Hi guys, and thank you for joining me. This is Susie Official again with a message for you. First of all, happy Thanksgiving. It's definitely winter in New York. We can feel it with a 25-degree weather. To the ones who visited through YouTube, thank you for supporting my channel. And to the ones who got through my website, double thank you. And if you haven't visited it yet, it's susieofficial.com. I'll put it right here. Anyway, the topic today is synchronicity. I have been a little bit reluctant to share this message with you because it's highly spiritual, and I know that not everybody is on the same thought process. But I have been pushed and pushed to talk about synchronicity. As you may know by now, synchronicity is one of the languages of the universe. Our universe is highly mathematical. It communicates to us and from us through numbers. If you know, there's a lot of videos on YouTube about the repetition of numbers 1111, 222, 333. The more repetitive the numbers, and the higher the frequency of the message that you are receiving. Now, synchronicity, as I understand it in my own experience, is a series of events. It may not be correlated between each other, but that have a consistent topic. And I do highly believe that as many scientists and spiritual leaders have coincided in the idea that we're experiencing a shift on a vibrational earth. So in order to get there to the nitty-gritty, I'm gonna stop here, I'm gonna change locations, and we will go deep. What shift we're talking about here? We have been confined to believe that we live in a universe that is merely three-dimensional, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. Well, some scientific community and also spiritual community have coincided that we are experiencing a shift on Earth, meaning that Earth as a whole, both in vibrational fields, energetically fields, and also physically, needs to migrate and evolve to another realm or multi-universe. So if that theory is true, it will be coinciding with what spiritual leaders are telling us to prepare for, which is that leap and that vibrational change. Otherwise, as anything else, change can be very uncomfortable. So my purpose today with this message is to help you make it more comfortable and allow others to do the same, to help them get comfortable. So what is this synchronicity message I've been getting for the last 2 weeks consistently? To share that we are indeed going through a shift vibrational, that we need to evolve as spiritual beings that we are. So we are divine beings having a human experience. And the message specifically has been translated as time is up. The first time that I heard the message was through the new song of John Baptiste in The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. And he basically was releasing his new single. And the new single had this song called Don't Stop. It's an amazing song, but one of the phrases in the songs is time is up. And the next day and the next day and the next day, I continue listening to different random people from different places, even music. I went to a coffee shop, I ordered coffee, and somebody even said time is up, time is up. What do I interpret by that? Well, time is up for this spiritual shift, this fifth dimensional shift. And I did promise to you 4 practices that I deem super important in order to prepare for that shift. Physically speaking, why do we care about shifting on Earth and evolving as humans or society? Well, first of all, it's for survival. Whenever we have experienced shifts as strong as this one coming up is Atlantis or Pangea, and you know that complete series of the earth was wiped out and in a cleansing, if you want to look at it that way. So first of all, we need to care about the shift for survival. Second, to experience a better existence. We are not alone, we know that, but we can also transmute into other forms of being. And if that's too elevated for you to out there, believe me, it's not. And number one, I cannot stress how important it is to build a spiritual practice in the morning as soon as you wake up. Why? Most of us wake up, turn on the TV, watch the news, look at our phones and social media, and start consuming media through different outlets that don't set the tone for a positive experience of life. My suggestion to you as number one is build a spiritual practice every morning when you can connect and center, look inside, and set the tone for what you want to experience and co-create in your reality every day. Number two, forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the biggies, the big ones. See, easier to say than to do. One of my favorite practices when I want to face forgiveness, and it goes both ways, people who have wronged you and people who you have wronged. I like to write on paper, physically, the names on one column of the people who I felt have wronged me, and on the other column, the people who I know I wronged them. So during this spiritual practice, you can, after you have given thanks or have had your namaste moment, what I do is I cut the sheet of paper, the name, I close my eyes, and in love I say, I forgive you, you forgive me, we forgive each other. It doesn't matter from what column you were picked up. And by doing that, after doing that, I burned a piece of paper. Now this may be just a symbolism of forgiveness, but believe me that when you in your heart mean that, and you with all your being say, I forgive you, forgive me, we forgive each other, it's a really good way to set the tone for cleansing internal karmas. Number three, that has to do with your physical three-dimensional self. Eat the right foods, easy to digest. As I told you, the transformation can be very uncomfortable physically. I myself have been experiencing some kind of stomach aches, a lot of stomach issues, some migraines, and that has to do with experiencing all these new energies coming into play on Earth. We're not used to some of them. They're higher in vibration, so that's going to feel uncomfortable. In order to prepare for that, the third practice is eat the right foods, sleep well, take care of your physical self by doing some kind of exercise. What's the number four and most important? And I probably will spend my next video next week on this. Let's spend time in dreaming and building and designing what kind of evolved society we want to be. We have spent a lot of time pinpointing at what are the cons of situations of our current reality. Even our institutions are suffering, democracy is suffering. And in that point, the Greeks knew that democracy could cause oligarchy, because if there's inequality, the ones with the more wealth will control the rest. So let's spend time during this transitional period that it will not be easy, because we will have climate change, even more symptoms out there, even more drastic. We'll have different transformations that we need to be conscious of. But let's spend time designing that new society that we need to become. What do we want to our values to be and on Earth? What our innovations need to try to accomplish? What our reality is going to be while we all commute together with robots, artificial intelligence, software, hardware, and where can we agree on the basic form of survival and respect and love for each other. If we spend time designing that future, we won't have to design it when we are there, in the new vibrational existence. I do not know how it's going to look like. I just know that we need to evolve to be recipients of that. That's it for today. I'm thankful for you and your viewership. I hope you received this message and resonates with you. I hope you also take the 4 actions I did mention. And please leave in the comments what your experience has been, if you are feeling any kind of vibrational change, if you are implementing these 4 practices. I would love to hear from you. I will see you next week with another topic. Please visit my website, SusieOfficial, and if you like the message, please like, subscribe, and share. Namaste.